If you follow a sport, you'll know that there comes a point in every season where transfer rumours occur. Transfers take place and everything gets shuffled around ahead of the next season. This in motorsport is known as silly season, and in motorsport it doesn't necessarily happen every season, but when it happens, it happens. Transfers you never dream of occur. Drivers drive for fierce rivals, and young up-and-comers sign contracts that could make or break their career. Today, I will be discussing Indycar's 2024 silly season. I'll share my knowledge about different moves, discuss what I think will happen, and how next year's grid will look. One of the biggest talking points of this silly season is the topic of Alex Palou. Alex is the 2021 IndyCar champion and current 2022 championship leader. In 2022, Alex Palou and his current team, Ganassi Racing, conducted a lawsuit after Palou revealed he signed a contract with McLaren for the 2023 season. Ganassi did agree to end the court case, so there was no ultimate ruling by the court. But tensions are still very high between the Spaniard and Ganassi Racing, despite them dominating the 2023 season together. Alex Palou is currently under an exclusivity contract until September 2023. Once this period ends, he is free to choose his IndyCar future however he pleases, whether that be at Ganassi Racing or at Arrow McLaren. This is where the weirdness creeps into this situation. If any driver was in Palou's shoes, they would without question stay with Ganassi Racing, as they are one of the best IndyCar teams on the grid. But Palou's situation is very different. Alex Palou is already assigned as McLaren's F1 reserve driver once the season has finished. McLaren Racing CEO Zak Brown seems to be promising an F1 future to the Spaniard, something that was already offered to Pato O'Ward and Colton Herta in the last few years alone. So where will Palou be in 2024? I think if Palou values IndyCar success over anything, he will stay at Ganassi Racing. But if Palou wants an F1 future, which is the ultimate goal for all single-seating racing drivers, he will jump ship to McLaren and hope that Zak Brown can pull some strings, potentially sacrificing IndyCar glory for an F1 future. Next up is Andretti Autosport. One thing for sure is Kyle Kirkwood is not going anywhere. With 2 wins so far this season, Michael Andretti is locking in the Florida man for the future. Colton Herta's future in the number 28 Andretti Autosport car is also safe. The team has bigger plans for Herta, this also being Formula 1. The biggest story in the Andretti camp is Romain Grosjean's future with the team. Grosjean's agency team tried to secure a future with Andretti while Grosjean was driving his best early in the 2023 season, but they could not agree terms. Now that Grosjean is achieving worse results, things are looking slim. It's also been all but officially confirmed that Devlin DeFrancesco has finished with the team. This leaves hypothetically 2 seats to fill for Andretti. There's one name that Andretti wants in their car, and that is the sneaky Swede Marcus Ericsson. Michael Andretti has publicly expressed a lot of interest in the 2022 Indy 500 champion, and he seems to be the man to fill one of those spaces. It is a toss-up then between 3 drivers for the final Andretti seat. Those names are Romain Grosjean, David Malukas, and Callum Ilott. And rather funnily, all their futures actually depend on what we discussed earlier, the decision made by Alex Palou. If Palou leaves Ganassi Racing, David Malukas is a frontrunner from one of the Ganassi Racing seats. If Chip chooses David, that leaves Grosjean and Ilott to battle it out for Michael's seat. If Andretti had a choice between Malukas, Grosjean and Ilott, I believe he would choose Malukas over Grosjean, but not Ilott over Grosjean. Right, time to stop fussing about. Let's quickfire this. AJ Foyt Racing will have Benjamin Pedersen and Santino Ferrucci. Benjamin is already signed for 2024 and Santino is more likely than not going to extend his contract. Pato O'Ward and Alexander Rossi are already secured. Alex Palou is more likely than not going to take Rosenqvist's seat. The real conundrum here is, if McLaren fund a privateer team to become a full-time and set up a car for Rosenqvist, but right now that is nowhere close to being even considered, let alone confirmed. Chip Ganassi Racing. Trying to figure out what goes through Chip Ganassi's brain is like playing golf with a pop-up gazebo support. It's difficult. All we do know is it's most likely that Armstrong will stay in the number 11 going on a full-time contract and not skipping ovals. Scott Dixon is part of the furniture at Chip Ganassi Racing as well, so it's safe to say he will stay. The other two seats are down to the decisions of Palou and Ericsson. Coyne Racing. With Malukas confirmed to leave, Devlin DiFrancesco is a frontrunner to lead the team. For the other seat, it is a discussion between current driver Stingray Robb and Indy Next high flyer Daniel Frost. It's more likely going to come down to whichever driver has better sponsorship payments. Ed Carpenter Racing. Dutch driver and Bois Motorsport fan, Rinus VeeKay has another year left on his contract. With the team very stripped of operational success, it is likely that Ryan Hunter-Reay will stay and help VeeKay. Ed Carpenter Racing aim for Indy Next prospect Josh Pearson to join the team in 2025. Juncos Hollinger. Team boss Ricardo Juncos has publicly expressed that he just needs to sort out the budget for the second car, and once that is complete he will re-sign Agustin Canapino. Despite many rumours surrounding Callum Ilott, it is looking likely that Juncos will retain both drivers for 2024, a huge success for the small team. Meyer Shank Racing. Meyer Shank Racing are in a really difficult position. Their car is terrible, one of their main drivers has been sidelined for weeks with injury, and their other is set to retire from a full-time seat. This opens up basically both seats in Meyer Shank. Helio Castroneves has been rumoured to be going on either an Indy 500 only or oval only contract. He's also set to join their sports car team in IMSA. The top two who are rumoured for the Meyer Shank seats are both guys who have filled in for Pagano, Tom Blomqvist and Linus Lundqvist. Lundqvist has been confirmed for a second race for Meyer Shank Racing. While I'm typing up the script for this video, Blomqvist was a favourite for the seat after his debut appearance, which lasted all of 2 corners. Both Nick De Vries and Felix Rosenqvist are also in the running for the seat, but it's only paddock gossip for now. Rahal, Lederman, Lanigan. Lundgaard, and unsurprisingly Graham Rahal, will stay with the team for 2023. Despite the mother of all glory runs in Indy 500 qualifying, Harvey is on his way out. There's no frontrunner for the third Rahal, Lederman, Lanigan seat yet, but names such as Linus Lundqvist, Yuri Vips, and Felix Rosenqvist have circled around. No, Yuri! Put down that Xbox controller! Team Penske. Penske will remain with Newgarden, McLaughlin and Power. Will Power is seemingly considering retirement after next season, so then Penske will have to partake in the tomfoolery. What do you think about these driver rumours then, and who do you think is going to be racing for who in IndyCar next season? And that is it. IndyCar silly season, completed it, mate. I wish.